Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay. Prarambhika Rachanānuvādakaumudī, a continuation from yesterday's session. Please give me 10 seconds. So yesterday we were seeing why we should study Vyakarana, and of course as in Vivekachudamani and even in Kathopanishad, in different places there is actual value for Vyakarana in Vedantic study, which is what we are going to do. We are interested in that rather than in-depth Vyakarana. Another thing we saw, Sundarji, in as response to your question from yesterday on what is the meaning of Mimamsa. This came in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad class today, just 2 hours ago. So I wanted to say, Mimamsa is Pujita Vichara through Mang Mane Dhatu. But importantly, it is, when we say Pujita Vichara, we can translate it to something like inquiry of a subject in order to enlighten ourselves, not just for the sake of the subject, which is what generally something is inquired into many times. But Pujita Vichara includes the concept of the idea to enlighten the person who is doing the Vichara. That will be Mimamsa. Okay. So, continuing from yesterday, we were seeing if you have the PDF or the book in front, this is the book that I have got. I may order it soon. If interested, I can order it for you also or send you the link. I also have the PDF. So I am going to look at the PDF today, the same PDF that I had sent to both of you also. If you have the PDF, please go to page number, that Vishaya Suchi itself, contents page first.
Yeah, sure. That is page 7 on the PDF. PDF page is 7.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Page 7 on PDF. Yes. So there you see in Abhyāsa, there are 30. I don't know if you saw this, but on this page there are 30 Abhyāsas. We are going to see these Abhyāsas along with what is on page 8 in the PDF. So page 8 in the PDF, the second page of the contents. Shabda Rupa Sangraha, Sankhyaye, Dhatu Rupa Sangraha, etc. Each Abhyāsa will be along with one of those Shabda Rupa Sangraha or Dhatu Rupa Sangraha. So during this entire book, we will have this necessity to keep flitting between the Abhyāsa and the Shabda Rupa as well as the Dhatu Rupa and anything else that is pertinent. If we do this way, then the learning gets very quick and easy. So we will do that the same way. Swamiji also suggested today, to continue it this way. Okay. So the first thing we do is see the Avashyak Nirdesha. One more thing. This book is in Hindi. It has been written in Hindi. And as far as I know, there is no English translation. So an English translation will obviously be very helpful, because nowadays there are people who don't know Hindi who want to learn Sanskrit in this way. Hopefully something will come out, or if not, we can figure out what to do. But for the sake of these sessions, the next few months, we will try to translate from Hindi to English to Sanskrit as relevant. In Avashik
Raviji, are you familiar with Hindi? I am reasonably familiar with Hindi.
Yes.
I tried reading that Avashyak Suchana, etc. in Hindi yesterday night.
अरे तो मातृभाषा ही हिंदी है.
Yeah, his mother tongue is Hindi.
बढ़िया है, बहुत ही बढ़िया. मेरा उतना नहीं है, मैं दिल्ली वाला हूँ, but फिर भी बहुत साल हो गए बाहर. Okay, let's give it a go.
Avashik Nirdesh, page number 1. Okay. So here it says, we don't need to read everything because lots of this is introduction only. The beginning they say, प्रत्येक अभ्यास में 20 नए शब्द दिए गए हैं. 30 अभ्यासों में कुल 600 अति आवश्यक शब्द एकत्र किए गए हैं. So 20 शब्द in each अभ्यास, 30 अभ्यास, 600. In the next point you see, they have written ka, sanya शब्द. Ka in point number 2.
You said page 1, is it page 1 of the PDF or is
No, page 1 of the book. That is the page immediately after the contents. Avashik Nirdesh.
Perfect. Found it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
It doesn't have a number on the PDF, but that is
Yeah, fine.
the next page is 2, so this has to be page 1. That way. In the second point here, they say ka equal to sanya shabda. Kha dirgha equal to dhatu ya kriya shabda. Ga equal avyaya. Gha equals vishesha. Why this is important is because this entire book, as we saw yesterday, this is Prarambhik Rachanānuvādakaumudī. After this, there is Madhyama and there is also Prauda, which is taught all the way from 6th standard to MA in different places of Sanskrit. In those 3 books, this is the equation that is followed is this. Ka means Sanya Shabda, noun. Kha dhatu ya kriya, verb or action verb. Ga avyaya. Avyaya in English is probably something like indeclinable, like yada tada, yada panchavatishthante jnanani manasa saha, Kathopanishad. Yada tada, etc. are avyaya, and visheshana is adjective. So in every text, adjective for different things is given. In Bhagavad Gita, Akshara Brahma has so many adjectives. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram, 8th chapter. Anoraniyam, Samanuspare, all adjectives in it. So visheshana. Why we are seeing this in the beginning is because the entire, all 30 abhyasas will include these 4 things, as we will see in the first abhyasa in a few minutes. Okay. One more, in the third point, they have written each diya or from the third line दाई और in each अभ्यास उदाहरण वाक्य संस्कृत बनाने के लिए हिंदी के वाक्य अशुद्ध वाक्यों के शुद्ध वाक्य अभ्यास आदि. We will see all 4 in each abhyasa, including today's abhyasa. Okay. So the next 3 points are important, but we can come back to this when it is relevant, and you are welcome to read it on your own if interest. Now please go to page 62, because there is a new Avashik Nirdesh. There is an Avashik Nirdesh. These are all for the Abhyasas. There is an Avashik Nirdesha for the Vyakarana section.
Is it page 62 of the
book,
PDF?
Of the book. Page...
books are not numbered, right?
No, this book is numbered, right?
Okay.
The PDF.
Yeah, fine. It's numbered.
Top.
62.
Page 70
that's
of
right.
PDF.
Okay, that's right. 62 I can find, yeah. Yeah, Vyakarana.
Okay, Vyakarana. First point, जिन शब्दों और धातुओं के तुल्य अन्य शब्दों और धातुओं का रूप भी है, that it is a bit not readable, उनके रूपों के सामने उनका संक्षिप्त रूप दिया गया है. That is in the next 20 pages, starting from 63 of the book till 81, I think, 19 pages. Different Shabda Rupas are given. So you see on the left, Rama Shabda, it starts with that. We are also going to come to this in about 5 minutes or so. Rama Shabda, each vibhakti. The beginning of the each is not there, but it is understandable. It is all ra. So Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Rama. You will see this in 5 minutes.
Okay.
This is Rama Shabda. So each Shabda will have, in the next 20 pages if you see, each Shabda has 8 columns, 8 rows, each vibhakti. We see the meanings of these vibhaktis, etc. soon.
Yeah.
After the Shabda and Dhatu, between those, Sankhya, numbers are also given. So which number is uncountable, which number is countable according to Sanskrit grammar, all that is also given on page, I think, 80 or so. No need to see now. And in the third point of the Avashek Nirdesha in Vyakaran, we say each vibhakti. So Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, Sambodhan. 8 vibhaktis. Each vibhakti has a specific meaning. So in the Shabda Rupa, in each Shabda, the meaning of the vibhakti will be the same. Meaning of Prathama vibhakti is always subject. Meaning of Dvitiya vibhakti is always the object. We will see this as an example with Rama Shabda in about 2 minutes, 3 to 3 minutes. Also, Pullinga, Strilinga, Napumsakalinga. There are 3 lingas in Sanskrit, which you would probably know. Pullinga male, female Strilinga, Napumsakalinga, neuter gender. So 3 genders. Each will have a different Shabda Rupa in many cases. So the Shabda Rupa of a Strilinga Shabda will not be the same as the Shabda Rupa of a Pullinga Shabda. Even within the Pullinga Shabda, depending on how the Shabda ends, if the Shabda is ending in A or E or U, the Shabda Rupa will also differ. Like Guru Shabda ends in Ukara, but Rama Shabda ends in Akara, the Shabda Rupa will be different. So both are Pullinga, male, but the Shabda Rupa differs. Okay. Also, the same in Dhatu Rupa, but in Dhatu, if you can see the page number 83 in the book and page number 91 of the PDF is Dhatu. So first we see the normal Abhyāsa, then we see the Shabda Rupa starting from page 63 of the PDF of the book, and then page 83 of book starts Dhatu, verb. Shabda Rupa is about noun and pronouns. Mostly Dhatu Rupa is about verbs. So Bhu Dhatu is given first. If you see from the top, Dhatu Rupa Sangraha, Vadi Gana is given. Vadi Gana Parasmai Padi Dhatume. So there are 2 ways to talk about Dhatus. Dhatus are either Parasmai Pada or Atmane Pada. Parasmai Pada is the equivalent of active voice. So when you say somebody is doing it for someone else, there is a second object or something involved. Will be Parasmai Pada. Atmane Pada does not require an external object. It is for the sake of oneself. These are obviously very abstract at the moment. With an example, we will be able to see clearly. But this is the meaning of when you say Parasmai Pada and Atmane Pada. This would be the meaning. So if we are able to understand which word is Parasmai, which Dhatu is Parasmai Pada, which Dhatu is Atmane Pada, which Purusha, etc., while reading Upanishad Bhashya Tika, it becomes much more clear, because the meaning is very clearly seen when we understand which Dhatu is in which form, for which person, and so on. Okay. So along with Parasmai Pada Dhatu, there is also Vadi Gana. This is not something we're going to go into right now because it's quite advanced. But just as an introduction, when they say Vadi Gana, there are 10 Ganas. So according to Panini Sutra, we saw yesterday, there are 4,000.
You said Vadi.
Vadi.
So V?
If you see page number 83, the second line from the top. Page 83.
Okay.
What does it say?
I'm on page 83.
What does it say?
Second line at the top, it's Bhadi Gana. Correct.
Bhadi Gana.
Half a bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is Vadigana, among the 4,000 sutras that we were seeing yesterday in Ashtadhyayi, 2,000 there are dhatus also given in that. For example, in ashtadhyayi.com there is a very, very interesting, very helpful website. In that website, many dhatus are listed, and in Ashtadhyayi itself, about 2,000 dhatus are taken up. 2,000 verbs. To bhavati is to be, karoti to do, pashyati to see. Like this, 2,000 in Parasmaipada and Atmanepada. And these 2,000 are divided into 10 main groups or ganas. 10 groups or gana. So this is Vadigana, there is Churadigana, Tanadigana, Kriyadigana, Juhotyadigana, different ganas. We will not see this in too much detail because for now we don't need that. But just to understand that there are 10 different groups where all dhatus are divided into. So this is all part of, an introductory bit to see, okay, what all does Vyakarana have? So when we see Shabda, Dhatu, what are Shabdas, what are Dhatus, what are Avyaya and Visheshana? Because these 4-5 things will keep coming in every Abhyasa, every sentence in Bhashya and Tika, everywhere. So we see in the beginning what all this is. Okay. One more thing before we go to the Abhyasa. Page 83, Vadigana. We say Bhavati, Sundarji, please read this Bhu, Hona, Lat, Vartaman, right?
Yeah, correct. That's the first line.
So below that there are 9 words. What
correct.
Are they?
Correct.
Please read.
Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti, Bhavasi, Bhavatha, Bhavatha, Bhavami, Bhavavaha, Bhavamaha.
Correct. So these 9. So the first, or Raviji, you are also seeing the book. You also have page 83. Can you read the next right side में जो है प्रथम पुरुष प्रपु अति अतः वो 9.
अतः अन्ति असि अतः अथ आमि आवह आमह.
So why we are asking to read is this has to be in the mind when this book has finished. Without seeing the book, we must be able to say bhavati bhavataha bhavanti, bhavasi bhavataha bhavatha, bhavami bhavama bhavamaha. This has to be in the mind for a long time, for not just Bhudhatu, for others also. But the basics has to be, this basic stuff has to be in the mind. As well as Rama Shabda, which we will see in a bit. But this is the first Dhatu, The first Dhatu we keep in mind. So as soon as quickly or as well as possible, if memorizing is possible for this Lat Lakara Dhatu and Rama Shabda that we will see, that is excellent. More Vyakarana memorization is not required at this moment, but if that, what Raviji had said, Ati, Ataha, Anti, Asi, Atha, Atha, Ami, Avaha, Amaha, if these 9 are remembered, we will be able to substitute this in other dhatus also. So in Bhu Dhatu, this ending has been brought. So Bhu Dhatu plus Ati becomes Bhavati. So the first column, first row, first Shabda, and then the Prathama Purusha. Prapu means Prathama Purusha. Prathama Purusha is for a third person. So when we say Prathama Purusha, we say that person is doing something. That person is being, so Bhavati. We will see it an example in Abhyasa. But these are all the introduction. Madhyama Purusha is for the second person. If I am talking to you, then you are the Madhyama Purusha. And if I am talking, I am the Uttama Purusha. Third, I am the first person. So it comes in the opposite way in Sanskrit, in grammar when we memorize this. These are all just this introduction stops here. Any questions at this stage?
No. So we say Uttama Purusha is I.
Yes.
And Madhyama is when we are talking about two.
You are Madhyama. So if I am talking to you, you are Madhyama. So you say, if you are eating, I will use that Madhyama Purusha Dhatu. I say you are eating, I will say, we will see with an example after the begins, because there are better examples. Yeah, but you are the Madhyama.
And the Prathama Purusha is for third person, him.
Yes, him. He is going, matlab, he is doing something, Bhavati. Or he is being Bhavati, he is doing something, Karoti, etc. We will see now with an example with Rama Shabda. So how we were talking about Rama Shabda. So now please go back to page number 2. The first Abhyāsa is beginning.
Page 2.
Page 2.
Just 1 second. I have to let somebody in. Just one. I'll just mute myself.
You will wait. आपने ये सब ये हो गया ना आपके रवि जी?
नहीं हुआ।
अच्छा, नहीं हुआ।
मतलब ये बुक लेकर तो आया था पढ़ने के लिए, लेकिन फिर दिमाग में घंटे बजने लगे संस्कृत पढ़ के।
अच्छा,
तो छोड़ दिया। और
वो
लघुवाड़ा भी पाठ चल तो रहा है, अंतर्गत चल ही रहा है। मतलब वो जो बताते हैं ना, वो सुना देता हूँ, ज्यादा नहीं लगाता दिमाग।
सही। लघु सिद्धांत कौमुदी वो है ना? कहाँ तक आएंगे अभी?
वो आ गया, हलसन भी चल रहा है।
अच्छा, बहुत आ गया। कोई बात नहीं।
मैं तो संस्कार ही डाल रहा हूँ अभी, क्योंकि ज्यादा फिर वो दिमाग वो हो जाता है हैंग।
सही, आप सही कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि व्याकरण जो है अगर 10-20 साल किया नहीं तो भूल भी जाते हैं। तो अगर 2-3 बार पढ़ रहे हैं तो अच्छा ही है बात। और आपको तो अभी ये सूत्र वगैरह याद है? कौन सी सूत्र?
भूल जाता हूँ, वो जब पूछते हैं ना उस दिन तो सुना देता हूँ, फिर 2-4 में भूल जाता हूँ।
हाँ, तो इस ग्रंथ में ज्यादा सूत्र नहीं आएंगे। उसके बाद हम देखेंगे अगर अष्टाध्यायी या उसमें तो होगा। ये प्रारंभिक में जस्ट बेसिक संस्कृत, बट इम्पोर्टेंट। वही तो प्रारंभिक में द पॉइंट ऑफ दिस बुक is to understand how to make sentences and how to understand sentences. It is not to understand, okay, in which shabda, in utthana shabda, udaha sthastambho purvasya sutra ke. Prarambhik Rachanānuvādakaumudī does not deal with this. This book deals only with how do we understand this sentence in the bhashya. For this we are reading this book. We don't need to go into extreme detail on which sutra, which pratyaya and all that is not now, maybe later, but definitely not in this book.
I'm back, Akashi. Sorry about that.
No worries. Okay. Page 2. Page 2. We are seeing Abhyāsa, the first Abhyāsa, page 2. So, how we saw on page 1, if you remember, the second point in the Avashyak Nirdesh of page 1, Ka was a Sanya Shabda. Ka equal to Sanya Shabda. Kha, Dhatu, ya Kriya Shabda. Ga, Avyaya. Gha, Visheshana. Right? So now we have that in the first Abhyāsa. It starts with that. For ka, nouns, there are examples given. Saha means he, vaha. Tau, they both, two of them. Because in Sanskrit, there are shabdas for one person, two people, and bahuvachana. Ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. These three are in Sanskrit, they are there. Saha, tau, te is given, bahuvachana. Kaha, who, sarvanam. Sarvanam means pronoun. Sarvanama shabdas are, they are the same whoever you ask. Kaha, who is that? Male, female, whoever. Kaha. Ramaha, Ishwaraha, Balakaha, Manushyaha, Nripaha, Vidyalayaha, Gramaha. These are all examples of nouns. These will all come in Abhyāsa, maybe we see on Monday, but these are all examples of different nouns. Then we come to Dhatu. We have already seen Bhavati, Bhudhatu. Like Bhavati, Bhudhatu, there is Phat Dhatu, Gam Dhatu. Both of you are following, na? Not missing.
Yeah.
Gam Dhatu.
I'm trying to,
Has Dhatu. Gam Jana, Has Hasna, etc. These are all verbs. Then there is Ga. Ga was, what was Ga? Ka was Avyaya. Correct, Avyaya. So Ga has Atra, Tatra, Yatra, Putra, Kim. Atra here, Tatra, there, yatra, where, yatra, wherever, kutra, where, kim, what, etc. These are all Avyaya Shabdas. Visheshana, we have not, there is nothing, there are no Visheshanas in this Abhyasa. Now, please come to the in the same page 2. There is a new line, Vyakarana Lat Parasmaipada. Right?
Yeah.
So first line says, Ram Shabda ke Prathama और द्वितीया विभक्ति के रूप स्मरण करो. Understand Prathama and द्वितीया विभक्ति of Ram Shabda. देखो शब्द संख्या 1. We will go there in 1 second. Then Ram के तुल्य ही ईश्वर आदि के भी रूप चलाओ. So ईश्वर आदि is up. Rama, Ishvara, Balakaha, Manushyaha, all those examples from above. Same. Similar way, exactly. And the second point says, Lat ka arth hai Vartaman Kal. So where they say Vyakaran Lat Parasmaipada. Lat is present tense. Vartaman Kal, present tense. So he is going. That would be Lat Lakar. He is doing, he is eating. Lat Lakar. प्रथम पुरुष में धातु के अंत में एक वचन में अति, द्विवचन में अतः, बहुवचन में अंति लगेगा. ये तो हम देखा है. We just saw this in Bhavati, right? Bhavati, Bhavatah, Bhavanti, etc. जैसे Bhavati, Bhavatah, Bhavanti. It is written there also. So the second point we have seen already. We are now going to see the first point. So why we saw the second point in the beginning? So give an example of how these dhatus are, so that when we come to Rama Shabda, we say, okay, the Rama Shabda is different from this dhatus. Now Rama Shabda would be a Sanya Shabda. Now, okay. इसी प्रकार पठ आदि के भी रूप बनाओ. लट आदि में गम का गच्छ हो जाता है. गच्छति गच्छता आदि ही. So that is later. First we see page number 63. So this is the thing in this book. There are 2 different pages we have to keep flitting between the entire book.
I think it's worth just printing those 2 probably pages so you just have it with you.
No, but the trouble is in Abhyasa 2, we will switch the pages, right? It won't be page number 2 anymore. So we are now in the first Abhyasa. And there are 30 like this. So each Abhyasa will go to a different book. If you have this kind of book,
the 62, 63. Yeah, the book is good.
If you have this, then it's easy to just flip between us.
No, I don't have the book.
It's okay.
It's okay.
No worries. No worries.
Don't worry about that.
What I do is, if required logistics, I take 2 different windows. So I just switch between the windows. So in window 1, there is page 1. And in the second window, there will be page 63. So I have the same book in both windows and I just keep going from here and there because instead of going to a different page.
Much easier. Yeah, okay. I'll do that next time around.
Yes. Okay.
My son says technologically challenged. So
it's
I'll just
okay.
figure that out.
Yeah, you will. Okay. So page 63, Shabda Rupa Sangraha.
Yeah.
We see now Rama Shabda. Right? Rama Shabda is Akaranta Pullinga. Pullinga was in Sanskrit, in English, what would be Pullinga's translation? Masculine, correct. Bas, easy. Akaranta Pullinga is Rama. Niche, the third one, Guru is Ukaranta Pullinga. Second one, Hari is Ikaranta Pullinga. They are all Pullinga, but their forms will all differ because of the ending. Okay, so how we did with Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti? Sundarji, please read. This Ramaha. So the print is gone, but you can understand the beginning is all Ra.
Yeah. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. Continue?
Yes.
Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramanam. Rame, Ramayoho, Rameshu.
Hey
Ram. Hey Rami, Hey Ram, Hey Ramo.
Rama.
Hey Rama.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Or Raviji, the Sankshipta Rupa, please.
औ आह यह पढ़ना है. औ आह औ आन एन आभ्याम एह आय आभ्याम एभ्यः आत् आभ्याम एभ्यः अस्य अयोः आनाम ए अयोः एषु ए औ आह.
Correct. A ayoho. Instead of ayoha, better to say that. And also in Tritiya Vibhakti, Bahuvachana, aihi. So you see the first column is Ekavachana. How in Dhatu we had Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha, right? 3 rows we had. In noun, in Shabdarupa and Sanya, we've got 8 rows. 8 Vibhaktis. And for both Dhatu and for Sanya, the columns are the same. Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana. For both for Sanya as well as Dhatu, it is the same. 1 person, 2 people, multiple people. So for example, we see Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Why this Sankshipta Rupa is important? Because Ishwaraha would be Ishwaraha, Ishwarau, Ishwaraha. Like Ramaha itself. That is what they are given in the beginning of the book. Manushyaha Shabda. Manushya, Manusho, Manushyaha. It will be the same. Like Ramaha. So meaning is this for each Vibhakti. How we saw in the Dhatu, we had seen the meaning of Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. Prathama Purusha was third person. That is that person. Madhyama Purusha, you. That is the talker, object. And Uttama Purusha is subject. If I am talking, I speak in Uttama Purusha. Here, each Vibhakti has a different English meaning. You probably know this, but for the sake of this introduction, we will finish this and end today. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Prathama Vibhakti is about subject. So when we say Ramaha Vanam Gacchati, that means Rama goes to the forest. So I say Ramaha. We don't say Ramam Vanam Gacchati. Ya Ramena Vanam Gacchati. No, Ramaha. Subject is always the first. Prathama Vibhakti is always the subject. Dvitiya Vibhakti always the object. Ramaha Vanam. We didn't say Ramaha Vanaha Gacchati. We say Ramaha Vanam Gacchati. He went to the forest because the forest is the object here. So it comes in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Like that, third, Tritiya Vibhakti, Ramena. Ramena would be through, we can say. With, through, things like that. Would be Ramena. By using, by that road, Margena. He went to the forest, Rama went to the forest through that road. Ramaha Margena Vanam Gacchati. He goes through that road. So there we have the third Vibhakti, which is of, by, with, through, etc. Fourth Vibhakti, Ramaya. Chaturthi Vibhakti, for this person, etc. To or for, we can say Om Namah Shivaya. Worship to Shiva, Shivaya. Om Namah Ramaya, Ramaya Namaha. Worship to Rama. Ramat, from Rama. From or than comes to Rama. Sixth case, this is Panchami Vibhakti. Shashti Vibhakti, Ramasya, of Rama. Ramasya Bhrata, Lakshmanaha. Rama's brother was Lakshmana. Seventh Vibhakti, Rame, in Rama. Satgunaha, Rame. In Rama there are gunas. And Sambodhana Vibhakti is given. Sambodhana is to address. Hey Rama. Always the first, when there is one Rama, you say Hey Rama. These are all for one Rama. If there were two Ramas, the words change. If there were multiple Ramas, the words also change. So this is what we have to understand from the comparison between the Shabda, Sanya and the Dhatu, is that the Dhatu, which we saw, has Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha, Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana. The Sanya has 8 Vibhaktis, Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana. This is the difference between Sanya and Dhatu. And this difference will come in every sentence. So if we can understand, for example, like bhavati bhavataha bhavanti, bhavasi bhavataha bhavatha, bhavami bhavavaha bhavamaha. So you have to be able to say that. And Rama Shabda also. Rama Ramau Ramaha, Ramam Ramo Raman, Ramena, etc. Full, all 8 vibhaktis have to be memorized. Ramena Ramabhyam Ramaihi, Ramaya Ramabhyam Ramebhyaha, Ramat Ramabhyam Ramebhyaha, Ramasya Ramayoho Ramanam, Rame Ramayoho Rameshu, He Rama, He Ramo, He Ramaha. This has to be in the mind till the end. Rama Shabda, this is the Rupa. These are the basic meanings. So on Monday, because we won't have this session on over the weekend, we meet again on Monday at 5 p.m. On Monday, what we do is we see from page number 3. So today we have seen page number 1 and 2, and we have seen page number 62 and some parts of 63 and 83. On Monday, we have a summary of this and look at page 3, and we finish the first Abhyāsa on Monday. Okay. Any questions?
So, as a student, I look to get clarity in my mind on each of those lingas, each of those vachanas, ekavachan, dvivachan, bahuvachan, each of those vibhaktis. So, need to be very clear on what each of those vibhaktis mean.
Yes.
Yeah, and then after that, in the various, the 3 that we looked at in the Sangya and also in the Dhatu. So those bits we'll just try and remember and put it into words. Okay?
Yes. For example, why we are basically in this session, we're not going to go into the depth of Vyakarana. We're not seeing Vyakarana as, religious Vyakarana students. We are using Vyakarana for its application in Vedanta, right?
Absolutely.
So for example, this is Mandukya Upanishad here, the first page of Mandukya. I'm just going to read the first line of the Bhashya. Okay? The first line of the Bhashya is in page 5. Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam. This is of course from the mantra itself, from Mandukya Upanishad mantra itself. The Bhashya first line is taken. Om iti etad aksharam idam sarvam tasyopa vyakhyanam. Right? Tasyopa vyakhyanam. This point of why we are reading this Vyakarana is to understand how this Tasyopa vyakhyanam has to be split, where it has to be split, and what is the meaning of each. So Tasya vyakhyanam. Vyakhyanam is something has been done. Uska vyakhyan kar rahe hain. They are doing. Bhagavad Acharya is doing that vyakhyana of the Mandukya Upanishad. So object vyakhyanam. Tasya of the Mandukya Upanishad. Tasya would be which vibhakti? Shashti vibhakti, ekavachana. After reading Ramasya. This is what we have to understand in Vyakarana. The whole point of us reading this session is to be able to read the Upanishadic statements. That's it.
Absolutely.
So many people read for years together, but this is going to be our focus.
Absolutely. No, thank you.
Okay, if no other questions, we will meet on Monday.
So Raviji is also in Kailash, in Rishikesh?
1 second, we will end and then we will ask.
Okay, sorry.
Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om.